Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 1983 Imperial. I mean, I guess you could, some call it a Chrysler Imperial, but Imperial was actually its own brand. Yes, it was manufactured by Chrysler, but it's kind of like Lexus is to Toyota and Lincoln is to Ford and then so on and so forth. So Imperial was Chrysler's upscale brand. So they just called it an Imperial. They made this car from 1981 to 1983. This is the last year, 83. It was built in January of 83, actually. They only built about 900 of them in 83 with a little over 1,500 total production in 83. That is the last year. The first year was about 6,000 was the first year in 81 was the largest production, but total of these cars, there was only about 12,000 built total. It was a massive failure for Chrysler. It was the first car they were touting with fuel injection, and it was a major downfall to this car, which actually was what makes this car, so special and collectible today. It's only got 34,000 miles on it, about 34 and a half. The two-owner car, the last owner, he bought it in 17 with about 33,000 miles on it, so he didn't drive it much. But we got this car, we got it this summer, and we've been enjoying it and having fun. I've probably put, I've probably put close to 1,000 miles on it personally. It's just a wonderful car to drive, and it's in exceptional condition. The story on these cars is really awesome if you get in there and look it up, and you'll have to look up the video of me buying. I actually bought it locally here and did a little Tales from the Trip video of me buying the car, so be sure you check that out. But powered by a 318 V8. This has still got its original fuel injection, which there was a huge recall, and Chrysler actually recalled these and converted them to carburetors. And so very few survive with the original fuel injection, let alone one that functions probably better than it did from the factory, honestly. It's probably had some of the big kinks and bugs worked out over the years because this car just drives fantastic. Here's a neat little thing here. We got the original floor mats, and then the previous owner had this little placard made for car shows and such. But it is a gorgeous car, white with navy interior. Check out the front end. And one funny tidbit about this car is because of these aerodynamics of the car, actually has really good aerodynamics, airflow. There was actually a NASCAR version of a Imperial. It's hard to believe that they did that, but the car weighs about 3,900 pounds. It's 318, puts out about 140 horsepower, which is not a lot, but about 245 foot-pounds of torque. So decent power. It's a cruiser, 3-speed automatic, so it's just one that you enjoy cruising down the road. So kind of a little overview of the car. The car is in excellent shape when we got it. We've done some maintenance. I'll talk about more on the drive, some of the maintenance that we did on the car just to make it fully road worthy, because this is the kind of car that you want to get in and road trip. So that's the way we approach this car. So let's go ahead and zoom in and point out any flaws or details. The car is in really nice shape. You've seen that the pop-up headlights work perfectly, and that is a high failure point of these cars. Looking across the bumper here, bumper is very nice. The whole front end of this car, there's really not much imperfections. And one interesting note here is this is real Cartier crystal. That is real crystal, folks. And when you're driving down the road, it just has that little kaleidoscope, little rainbow effect. It's really cool. It's really fun to watch. You got this Cascade waterfall grill here, and with the safety element of spring loaded, just kind of like the 85 Riviera was. So if you bump into something, you're not smashing your grill. Looking at the bumper here, really nice, and that little grill goes down below the bumper. This is where a front tag bracket was. We took that off, it's in the trunk. I would rather look at a little scuff and a little bracket than a tag bracket. So, so for those that need it, it's in the trunk, but that's the way I've been running it. But there really is not much to note flaws wise. Looking over across the hood, the paint is just its original paint. It's in gorgeous condition. No dings, no hail, no issues. Even these fillers are phenomenal. We've got our little lighting up turn signal marker lights, work really well. And these wheel covers are gorgeous. They had an alloy wheel option, and then they had this wheel cover, wire wheel option. Personally, I prefer that. I think it looks very stylish, very classy. There's your Imperial call out on the center cap. Brand new Tiger Paw Uniroyals on the car. Just picked it up from the tire shop actually, and went and riding it around for the first time. And then here's your little navy stripe here down the side. Looks gorgeous. There's our Imperial call out. Chrome mirrors, a lot of chrome, a lot of luxury cosmetic touches on the car. I just don't see that anymore. A lot of style, a lot of class. This is kind of interesting. I really think this is kind of cool right here. This is kind of a copper colored little molding there, windshield lower trim molding. Not sure what that's all about, but it's kind of cool looking. Guess it adds another little element. Big old long two-door, even around the door handle. A little scratch right there, maybe in the door handle, but interesting one note is that all of the Chrysler keys, ignition, door lock, gas lid, trunk lock, the keys all insert upside down. Their theory was dirt falls to the bottom, and so that keeps your locks cleaner by having the tumblers at the top. Here's underneath here. Chrome rocker molding is really nice, and there is no rust at all in this car. It is absolutely, look at that. Looks brand new underneath. Phenomenal condition. Looking across the roof here. Very, very nice. You can see a little bit of factory kind of, I mean, it's so hard to point out honestly, but you can see a little factory kind of craze or crow's foot or whatever, chicken foot in the paint a little bit right there, just in a couple of areas. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's original paint, it's just, for whatever reason, it's showing some age. And now there's supposed to be a crystal right here, and they're glued on from the factory and they fall off. This is notorious. If any of you have any leads on little crystal on the opera light, that would be much appreciated. Looking for those. There's just a couple little bitty trim things that we're looking for. Otherwise, this car is nice and complete. Wheel covers are immaculate. Again, tires are brand new. This is really cool, just a little neat little small keyhole on the gas cap. Chrome trim is really nice. Little mark right there. Otherwise, really, really good. Not even any damage along the bottom. Here is your Bustle Back. So you got your Cadillac Seville. Then you've got the Chrysler Imperial, and then I think you had a Lincoln that were kind of the three bustle backs of the big three in the era. I'm sorry, but I think the Chrysler pulled it off the best. Just the lines of this car are gorgeous. And then the tail end treatment here is beautiful. Here, I'm going to show you the lights close first because they are really nice. The filler is in good condition. Interesting placement of the trunk, or the license tag. And there's your little keyhole for the trunk. It's kind of an interesting, in the deck lid like that. But you can see the bumper is really nice. Imperial. Looking across the top of the deck lid, beautiful condition. One thing that we did do is the tailpipe had a little bracket broken on it. So we put a brand new tailpipe assembly and muffler, looks like maybe. No, that's the original muffler, just the tailpipe. So, like I said, it had a bracket broken on it and it was clinking around back there. So we replaced it. Wheel covers, super nice. Again, this car is in exceptional condition. Looking on the back deck, look at that. Wait till you get a tour of the interior. It is incredible. I'm getting a little bit of reflection on the glass. It doesn't come, oh, there we go. You can kind of see the plush carpets in this. There's like nothing I've ever seen before. Maybe a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or something, but that's about it. This car was super expensive too. This car was over $20,000. So it was up there. It was getting up there pretty big time. Again, missing both of the crystals on the opera lights. But you were pushing Mercedes money almost with this thing. And the Mercedes were probably in the closer to the 40s, but still, that was a lot of money. I think this was more expensive than the Cadillac and Lincoln. Looking down the door, there's really not a door ding on this car. It is super duper clean. Chrome trim is nice. Could use a little never dull or something on it, but I don't have to get on the lift to do that. And here's another little view underneath. Really dry. We had a speedometer cable seal that was leaking. We fixed that. But that was kind of the only really leak. Front wheel cover. Beautiful. Well, these are lighting up turn signal lights. When you turn your signal on, they kick on and light your corner marker lights, I guess you might call them. There's that chrome mirror. Here, and the power antenna works. Beautiful antenna. There's another angle of the hood. And you can kind of see the dash from outside here. The dash is immaculate. This car has pretty much spent its entire life, other than being on the road, in a climate control garage. So let's go ahead and pop the hood and take a look. All right, we got the hood popped here. I have not cleaned under this hood at all. I'm a little leery. So there's a little bit of dust in the corners that'll just wipe off. You could take a rag maybe, but I just, this old car and electronics, I don't want to get anything wet under here. Everything works on this car, the climate control. You'll see that we got the old 80s undercoat treatment that everybody always upsold. You know that True Coat, that'll keep the salt off for you. Yeah. And there, it looks like some kind of factory seal, paint marker seal or something. Kind of ugly there, but I just kind of left it on there. Somebody got a little bit happy with the paint marker seal, but all original under the hood here. Did put new belts and new hoses on the car, so it is ready for a road trip. Here's our emission sticker. EPA, US. There's our battery. It's got a new interstate battery in it. Still has the smog all connected. It's all original under the hood. Little decal there. But there she is. The fuel injection that cost Chrysler millions of dollars. And here's, even the hood pad is still good underneath the hood. So there's a little tour into the hood. Go ahead and close that. Closes nice. Go ahead and open up and give you a tour of the interior. This is where it gets really amazing. So, got her open there, and look, the dash lit up for me, just opening the door. $34,398. Everything looks good. Digital dash. Looks super nice. We're going to look at the door panel here. The door panel is immaculate. And then here's this. Look at how deep this is. It's just unbelievable. It feels so good just to run your hands through it. Very shagadelic, baby. Got your little pull handle there. Isn't that an elegant little solution? Kind of old school throwback right there. Window switches, everything's really nice. The trim, the chrome. And here is the interior. Go ahead and start with the seat. And it is like a couch, like a lazy boy recliner. One tiny, tiny little, right here, so we get it to focus. One tiny little split in the vinyl there on the side. Here is our sticker there. Go ahead and show you the ID tag here. Yep. Try to get the right orientation for you so you don't have to hold your phone upside down. 1 of 83. Look at the chrome little hinge covers, all the little accents and trims. Everything works. Power seats, power windows, power locks. And I know the power locks work because when I was cleaning the car and I bumped the locks and I locked myself out of the car. Luckily I had spare keys. I couldn't believe I did that. There you go. This has got the Mark Cross leather. There it is right there. And you can see just how beautiful it is. I'll fold that up for you. But it is. And then look, it's embossed on both sides of that. How beautiful is that? Here's the carpets, and they are in immaculate condition. See, here's our pedals. Gas pedal, carpets, floor pad. Had the carpets down for most of its life. There's our little tunnel. Now this is kind of interesting. I'll show you how the hood opens here. So here's your hood deal, and it actually pulls this way to open and then pulls up here for the brake. But these are cool, these big old hinged handles. Kind of unique. There's our headlights. I love the little outline of the car. Reminds me of Spy Hunter or something. Cruise control works. Headliner, all the visors, everything is nice. I think there's a couple little puffy spots here, I think, if I remember. Oh, okay, yeah, not puffy spots. So there's one little spot there where the headliner split. So you can probably pull that back and glue that back. But that's it. I thought the headliner had a sagging spot, but it does not. Look at that back deck. Look at that crushed velour. The headliner's super nice. And actually, that's just a trim piece. See, there's your headliner. That trim piece comes off, so first could actually, I mean, I don't think you're ever gonna notice that or bother that to wanna change it, but it could be done. I'm gonna go ahead and slide in here, and we'll fire it up. Big old door, reach out, grab that handle, works really nice. And she closes it. Go ahead and fire it up here. That fired right up. Everything's working, all the gauges. See if I open this door. See that lights up, goes out. Another view of the dash. Condition. Imperial glove box. Now here's the deal with the radio. Check this out. There goes the antenna. Zoop. Let's see what we got.
Every time I get off the elevator, just go.
Now check this out. We have an extra amp. So here we go. And you hit that. It actually kicks it up and makes it brighter. Everything works here in the climate control. The cigarette lighter is in the glove box. I guess I'll go ahead and open that for you and show you. We have nice glove box trunk release right there. Ashtray's never been used. I guess here's the cigarette lighter. It's hiding on me. All right, there again. All these chrome touches, love it. And here's the books, and we have lots of service manuals, books, so on and so forth. Little car show. Here's the owner's manual. We've got the lock for the wheel covers. It has actually a lock. And it's in that little bag right there. So, we'll tour the glove box here. I love the look of the radio. It's all working like it's supposed to. I saw the outfield play when I was in high school here at the Riverfest here in Wichita, probably 86 or 87. Here's all of our modes, trip computer. Here's all our lights, visors. Oh wow, it's got a garage deal. Oh, there's a security lock code. Oh, better not show that for the next buyer. And the other vanity mirror. Yeah, all the vanity mirrors work. This car's really nice, people. I'll go ahead and slide out and show you the car from the other side. Cartier. It'll focus in there. Come on now. Cartier crystal. And the steering wheel as well. Big old lights there when you open up the doors, pretty cool. Flip the seat forward. You can actually seat, there are belts for the center. It is 5-passenger, actually probably 6-passenger car seating actually, because there's belts for the center of both. It would be kind of a temporary makeshift. I suppose kids could sit in there, no problem. They would fit in that little slot there, but nice cushion tufted bucket back seats. The carpets are like new. Go around to the other side. While I'm back here, making my way around, let's go ahead and just pop the trunk. Again, here's our keys. And I do have the crystal keys for this car as well. It has the Cartier crystal in the key. So very cool. Okay, here in the trunk, it is immaculate. There is the jack, there is the tag bracket, and the thing that I always talk about, and this car has it in spades, is the smell. This thing smells just like rich Corinthian leather. Little paint mark on the underside of the deck lid where it closes right there. Look at that, that's really nice, that stainless steel looking molding there. And then in here, we got your spare tire. It's a Space Saver spare. Interesting, pretty early days for that, but that really did give you a lot more trunk space. This trunk is huge. Very nice. It's a little tour of the trunk right there. No power closure on these cars, which is really not a bad thing. It's just kind of a gimmick that's more to go wrong. Here we are on the passenger side. Door panel is mint. Little view here, looking in. Carpets, really nice. And here's the passenger seat. Here's our quick release back there by the hinge cover. And then this seat does go up and down power and back, and then that's your seat recliner manual right there. Here is the back seat from here. And you got the little, I like these little handles here. Pretty cool. Little ashtrays back there. Because 80s. There she is. Such a gorgeous car. And then a couple little, I told you about a little trim things here. I'm gonna go around the other side real quick. So missing the crystals. And then the only other things that are missing or broken or whatever, there's a plastic cover that goes over this seat belt that's missing. Little blue plastic cover, and it looks like this on this side. See, just a plastic cover. So need to get on eBay or the clubs and try to source one. And then here is the belt here. I guess it's fine and working, but the spring is missing or something. So it does clip and it does lock, but sometimes you gotta fiddle with it just a little bit. So there is our overview. Let's go ahead and slide in this seat and go take it for a drive. Best part. Okay, it was a little bit low on fuel, so I went to the gas station and filled her up. So let's go ahead and take her for a drive. Running super smooth. It's really cold. It's only like 6 degrees right now, and it fired right up. It wanted to stall a little bit, you know, putting it in drive and stuff. I let it warm up quite a while, and then you know, kind of smoothed out. But you know, it's doing pretty good, all things considered. As bad as this fuel injection is, this is a good test, and it's doing well. So got the tank filled up, and had a bunch of work done on the car. Like I said, we put brand new tires on it. The tires that were on it were in good condition and soft and everything, but I just wanted to put fresh rubber on it. I've got one gentleman in California talking about buying the car, flying in and driving it back to California. So in lieu of that, and then I personally really like driving this car myself, so went ahead and did a lot of extra things. We did all new belts, all new hoses, checked all of the fluids. The tailpipe was a little bit, had a little bad spot in it, so we put a new tailpipe on it, and just kind of really went over the car. The speedometer cable seal was leaking, so we had one small little drip from there. Went ahead and fixed that. So really just, and I can tell right now this is the first time I just picked it up actually, from getting the tires and everything put on, and I can tell immediately actually the better the ride, you know, the way that it takes the little expansion joints and everything is a lot smoother. These Uniroyal Tiger Paws are really, really good tires. Really happy with them, and they look fantastic on the car too. So now we're getting her up, getting her on the highway. I've driven this car, oh geez, I've probably maybe driven this car. I might have put 1,000 miles on this car since we've got it. So I've driven this car quite a bit. The only thing that didn't work was the radio, and I took it to a local place here called the Radio Shop, and I couldn't believe it. I found a used radio, but it had a black face, and you know, I had to keep the original radio. So I bought a used radio, and then I took it over to the radio shop and said, hey guys, make one radio out of two. And they did. And then the little micro switches they had to send off to China or something to get, but they got them. Oh, that's actually the first time I've heard the radio. Makes me very happy. Power antenna works. Makes me very, very happy. The one other thing we did, the left window regulator had a bad spot in it where it would the window would roll down and then stop and catch, and you'd have to help it back up. So put a new or used motor and regulator assembly in the left side. So really kind of done everything that the car, you know, needed or whatever, just to, you know, make it a really nice, reliable driver car. As reliable as a 1983 Chrysler could be. But I've taken it out of town several times. I really, really enjoy driving this car. Had the car gone through, the brakes are good. Everything is very, very nice. So we'll give it a little bit of gas here, but I'm not gonna floor it on a cold day like today, but it just accelerates nice. The 318 engine, these things are just absolutely bulletproof motors. Probably, I think it's a 727 torque fright transmission, most likely. I think that's what it is. All the digital gauges work. 34,396 miles. So, just a fantastic car. And I am really happy with the ride of the car. Those new tires, you know, if I sold it to somebody locally and they were going to drive it to Cars and Coffee and dinner and stuff like that, the tires that were on it would have been fine. But, you know, if you really want to go and take long drives on the car, it never hurts having new tires. I really love the instrumentation of this car. The little lights. Oh, I forget what you call those type of lights. Not incandescent. The bulbs are incandescent, but this is like a, oh, I forget the name of it. It's slipping my mind. But really love the way they look, especially at night. On this car, I absolutely love the way the machine, all of the bright metal finishes. There's the radio, power antenna switch, heater control, climate control. Everything works, heater, AC, everything. So it's just a really, really cool place. And that carpet is just plush. Looks so good. And then that literal crystal emblem right there on the hood. Cartier crystal. So there's just a little short ride around and a little ride along, an overview. And I don't want to be out driving around here. Everybody's a little bit crazy when the weather gets kind of bad and cold. And I am literally just as cozy and comfy as a bug in a rug inside this car right now. You know, this older car doesn't have heated seats, but honestly, I'm totally comfortable in them. You just warm the car up a little bit, and the heaters on these old cars work great. So just loving this car. I hope the next owner really loves and cares and appreciates this car. But we appreciate you riding along. And hey, if you would like and subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate that. And hit that notifications button, because you never know when we might have your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring. Time for some Sinatra.